We're going to get Joe Torres on the line, right?
Yes. Before we go to Joe, just want to tell you, Mary Eric Adams, as well as the FDNY Commissioner Laura Cavanaugh, we are told they are on the way to the scenes. We're sure we are going to be hearing from them shortly. But before that, we're going to turn to our Joe Torres, who is also on scene there in the Bronx. I understand, Joe, you are right across the street from that building.
Sandra and Bill, that's correct. Let's pick it up where Jim just left off. There are now 2 tower ladders, getting a really up-close look at the corner of that building. And as we go up, perhaps you can see the drone there in front of the tower ladder on the right. The tower ladders are actually higher than the drone. So the drone feeding information based on what it can see, probably from a wide angle. You've got the tower ladder on the right, and you can see almost a flashing light in that top floor apartment. That's actually coming from the other tower ladder on the left, which went up probably in the last 10 or 15 minutes. So that's because when we were on with you about an hour ago, or about 30 minutes ago, only one tower ladder was sort of examining. So they've secured the area on that side of the building, safe enough to put up the second tower ladder, and are now getting a vantage point from 2 different perspectives high up, as well as the drone. Trying to catch up with a couple of people here, like Jim did, of who saw and who heard what happened. Haven't had much luck. From an EMS perspective, the guys across the street haven't moved. And Bill and Sandra, that's good news in one way, that there hasn't been anyone sort of taken away in an ambulance, rushed to a hospital because they were caught in the falling bricks and in the falling debris. But the hope and prayers remain that there's no one that was either injured or hurt or killed in what happened here. Again, yeah, like Jim said, it's largely the corner of this building, but you don't see any other lights on the inside. You don't see any other activity in any other apartments. You'd have to think the building by now was certainly evacuated quickly after what had to be a thunderous roar when this happened right around, what, 3:38 this afternoon. That's the latest from the corner here. Sandra and Bill, we get any more, we'll come back to you, but we'll send it back to you guys there in the studio.
Quick question, Joe. To that end, you talked about the fact that this seems isolated to that corner. You don't see any lights in the building. Do we know where those other residents are? I'm assuming that is there a bus there? Have you seen anyone that may have lived in that building and some of the other apartments not directly impacted by this collapse?
I haven't seen, Sandra, any sort of transport that would involve moving some of the tenants or residents from that building to another location. As for the people who live there, I haven't personally bumped into them, and I'm guessing they're not nearby at the moment, as probably some investigators want to question them about what they saw and what they heard. But no buses, no transports, large transports of people who are here. I think at this point, and the professionals will know better than I, that this is more of a stabilization operation at this point, making sure that the building isn't going to collapse any further and that people are far away from the scene safely enough that if something does come down, no one else gets hurt.